So it's time to do a side-by-side comparison between iOS 18, or this specifically is 18.6, against iOS 26 Beta 1. And obviously, some of these will change from time to time, especially iOS 26, since it's still in its infancy and not fully released yet. But to give you a visual representation of what these two operating systems differentiate as with those new UI elements of that liquid glass, I want to do a very non technical, really just run through of some of your normal apps to see the exact differences between them. And let's start right here at the lock screen. So, right off the bat, you can see how much more restrictive it was back in iOS 18 when you can see what your time is limited to and all of that, and really the level of customization between them. So you can see right off the bat also, when you go to customize it, completely different interface right off the bat. You jump right into the lock screen as opposing to having to jump through one extra hurdle and one extra step to get to the same outlook. The biggest takeaway here is not the colors, but it is actually that you cannot resize the clock or move the widgets down like you can in Beta 1 of iOS 26. So if you were to add a widget here, and we'll just go ahead and say weather, we'll just do these three for no reason. Let's go ahead and do calendar, stocks, and activities. You can see right off the bat here, when you select them, you can't move these around, whereas on iOS 26, they will default to the bottom if you have a larger clock. If you keep it small and leave it as is, you can bring those back up, whereas again, these cannot be rearranged. So if you're a fan of the larger clock size on the lock screen, this is what will happen right here. And then also additionally is this little aspect right here for the spatial photo that you can see kicked off a change, whereas this doesn't even have that option. And then also you have that depth effect as well on certain wallpapers. So you can see again just how everything kind of shifts and pivots depending on the angle of your phone. You'll get something like that, but not in every scene, nor will you have a ton of different font options here as well. So that's enough of the lock screen. Let's cancel this, select them back, and then talk about notifications since this just popped up. And this is where one of those other main changes come into play, and that is that liquid glass kind of translucent design on the back here. I don't have any notifications on iOS 18 at the moment, but if one comes in, I can show you that as well. And then obviously talking about basic standings and setups, you have your control center where you will see the largest difference, where there also is a lot of kind of online banter back and forth for what looks better. From an accessibility standpoint, at least in beta 1 or 1.5, since this was released, this is the second release that came out last Friday, you can see it a little better. I think there was a little bit of a placebo effect, people saying they couldn't really see it as much, and now they can see it a lot better without a full beta 2 release. But however, no matter what you say, since it is not as frosted in the back, you can say, frosted glass, this is much clearer and simpler to use in my personal opinion. However, I do like the way that these new icons look. I think it just looks so much cleaner. And then you can obviously scroll for your music, cellular connection, and here is more of a direct one-to-one comparison. And yeah, I just think this looks so much cleaner. It's a very cool look, and I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, especially how this was their reason for unifying all of the OSs together. Beyond that, let's jump into the music app. And this is where you'll start seeing some of the new design elements as well. So on the home page right here, yeah, this is what you had, and this is what the new liquid glass UI does look like. And again, Apple spent a ton of time showing exactly how everything is so fluid and how it kind of overlaps and sits on top of what you have on your screen. I really do like it. I think this mini player leaves a lot to be desired, honestly. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. One of the other big changes to the lock screen that I actually really do like, if you have your phone locked and you have music playing, let's go ahead and do this, turn this down, and you lock your display, you now get full-size album artwork. And it might be hard to see in this video, but the clouds actually move a little bit, and it is actually pretty appealing of a design choice right there on the lock screen. Just to me looks a little better than what the old music player looked like. So those are just a couple of, again, the graphical interface changes here as well. And you can see just, again, what that liquid glass looks like on your lock screen. If you have to enter in a code, you can see the 2 is behind the flame on the F1 car, so it's darker than everything else around it, and the 3 and the 1 is kind of split from the sunset and the black background. So just seems so much more alive. It's very interesting. Let me go ahead and unlock this one so we can get right back into it. And then let's jump into calendar. Not too much changed here. You have a little bit different layout at the bottom here from today, your calendars, your inbox, and then the different designs of your views for stacked, compact, or detailed. And then you just have those little circular references really around more than anything else. Beyond that though, if we jump into the stocks app, you will see, let's go to TSLY, exactly how it looks. It just fades more into it than looking like a hard cutoff point on iOS 18. Again, maybe it's a personal preference, but I do like how just more natural it looks almost, if that makes any sense. Let's go ahead and jump into an article. This looks more similar to what you would expect between the two. Nothing really looks crazy different here. But there are just so many different features and design changes. And the last one I really want to talk about is the camera app. Since this was leaked and turned out to be accurate, you can see it is very clean here and much more organized than what we had in iOS 18. All of your video modes can be received and found by scrolling through the bottom right there, as opposed to manually doing the same thing here. Again, all the features are the same. It's just mental memory, muscle memory of where these are and where you're going to look. One thing I don't like about this, because when you do change and first launch the app, you are subtly delayed into getting that camera feature to turn it to a front-facing or reverse-facing camera. So not a big fan there, nor am I a fan of the duplication here. So you can click on photos and get all of your shooting modes, or also just click up here and get the exact same thing. So kind of weird, but it is nice for it not to be as hidden as it was in iOS 18 or 18.6 now. So those are just some of the really quick call outs here. I do like the design. Liquid glass looks amazing, and I firmly do believe merging all of these OSs into a similar build number and into a similar design language is going to be huge and really help down the road. You can see it kind of now with iPad OS 26 kind of merging and blurring the lines with Mac OS slightly more than it ever has. So anyways, like I said, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan of 18.6 or 26 Beta 1? Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.